Hi and welcome to Moto Mouth. I'm Moshe Levy, and today we're going to be having a sport touring tire wear comparison. Now for moto commuters like me, there's no standard wear and tear item that hits the wallet harder than tires do. Specifically, sport touring tires are called upon to perform a myriad of duties, most of which necessarily involve trade-offs. Riders demand confident handling no matter what the weather is, wet or dry. They also want race bike grip on the weekends, on the back roads, and of course they want long tread life on the highway that only harder compounds can deliver. Now Dunlop's latest ad campaign here in BMW Owners News magazine here claims that Texas Test Fleet Incorporated achieved about 4,500 miles more on the Roadsmart 3 front tire versus the Michelin Pilot Road 4 GT, and about 2,500 miles more in the rear, using a 2016 BMW RT test mule pretty much just like this. Substantially longer tire life can translate into hundreds of dollars of savings per riding season for commuters like me. So I decided to check out if these claims were true. First, a caveat that bears repeating. Comparing tire mileage between riders is a fool's errand. There are so many variables: bike type, bike weight, riding style, rider's weight, tire pressures, asphalt compounds in the rider's area, just to name a few. Any comparison of raw mileage between riders is null unless these variables are equalized. For example, on my tours of the Midwest USA, my tires lasted less than half as long as they normally hold up commuting in New Jersey. So in short, the goal of this test is not to report my specific mileage as ironclad, but rather to show the differences between tire types in a scenario where my own variables are equalized. I'm a commuter, so I ride the same bike on the same roads, the same way, every single day. Thus, it's reasonable to surmise that you can expect approximately the same comparative ratios of wear as opposed to raw mileage that I'm showing you here. The test parameters are simple. My daily commute, which is 107 miles round trip, about 100 of them on the highway. The primary goal was to determine if Dunlop's claims of increased durability are true and what, if any, trade-offs are required to reach these claims. Now, I'm a Michelin man, and I've already used multiple versions of Michelin's Pilot Road series here leading up to this test, so I can report baseline findings with Michelin's for direct comparison. Here's how the tires I've used on my 2015 RT have stacked up against each other on the same commute. Now this bike came from the factory about August 2015 with Michelin Pilot Road 4s, which were toast after about 12,934 miles. I replaced them with a leftover set of Pilot Road 3s, which lasted much longer at 16,623 miles. I then replaced the Pilot Road 3s with Pilot Road 4 GTs, which lasted 13,292 miles. And have now retired my first set of Dunlops, which called it quits after 18,227 miles. So obviously Dunlop's claims of a longevity advantage over the Pilot Road 4 GT are indeed true, with a whopping 37% improvement in replacement interval on this test regimen. Now it's interesting to also see the wear patterns of these two types of tires as well. As seen here, after 18,227 miles, the front Dunlop is well worn and moderately cupped, just now hitting the wear bars. By contrast, as you can see here, the front Pilot Road 4 GT after 13,292 miles is extremely cupped and completely bald in spots, far more wear than the Dunlop show. This is the rear Dunlop after 18,227 miles, now finally bald in the center strip. And this is the rear Pilot Road 4 GT after 13,292 miles, which still has some undetermined life left in it. Still, since tires are generally replaced as a set, the completely worn Pilot Road 4 GT front was the determining factor in replacement interval. Now as for performance, I didn't notice any trade-off with the Michelins in wet or dry grip, steering response, or general ride comfort under any of the conditions I encountered. In fact, I much preferred the neutral compliant ride quality of the Roadsmart 3s versus at least the GT variation of the Pilot Road 4. Those have very stiff sidewalls, resulting in a much harsher ride. Now finally, there's the question of value. As of right now, October 2019, a set of Dunlop Sport Max Roadsmart 3s for the Wethead RT are selling for about $300 per set at popular online retailers, while the Michelin Pilot Road 4 GTs are offered for $365 per set. and the Pilot Road 4 GTs have now been supplanted by the new Pilot Road 5 GTs, which are $375 a set. In conclusion, while comparing net tire mileage between different riders is a total waste of time, equalizing variables to the highest extent possible allows us to determine wear characteristics between different tire models. Dunlop's Sport Max Roadsmart 3s do indeed have a significant longevity advantage versus the benchmark Michelin Pilot Road 4 GTs with no measured reduction in performance and a 22% lower price. So as such, for now, the choice for sport touring riders is a clear one. Until next time, keep the shiny side up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more of your favorite Moto gear reviews.